But I actually, before I start, I'd like to thank Royal Master Agnes for actually providing this beautiful center for us. It's a great place for us to start and think about doing our Atomy business. Um, Also, I want to thank Star Master Hisam for coordinating this occasion. This is really special for us, not just for my team, because it's been a while since we all got together in person at the center or at our center. I really thank Royal Master Agnes because I know she felt sorry for me every time I went down the steps of the old center. But anyway, things have really changed during the pandemic. And for me, I'm not the same person as I used to be when I started in Atomy. My mindset has totally changed, and there's really something that fired up inside me, most especially after the workshop. It's when I started doing Atomy, all I wanted was to make $200 to pay for my hemohim. Would you believe that? I never thought about doing the business simply because I worked for the government for 27 years. And for me, that was enough. You know, for me, retirement was taking life easy. So after I retired, I took an early retirement at the age of 52. And I cared for my mom for a short while because she passed away after 1 year of me retiring. And I had a business. My husband and I were operating a banquet hall for 9 years, and we sold it just when we were thinking of doing it full time. My mother got ill, so when somebody offered to buy the place, we sold it. And so when my mom passed away, I didn't know what to do, right? So my husband and I traveled for a year. We were thinking of other businesses to do, but that didn't work out. And so my health started deteriorating, and I started taking a lot of prescription drugs. My drawer was like it had all kinds of prescription drugs, and I said, I wanted to get rid of those and tried supplements. And my husband and I first started taking supplements from the States. Would you believe every month or every 2 months, we would cross the border just to get the supplements until I not really met her mom, because her mom, Christy's mom, and myself went to the same school. So it just happened we both have the same doctor, and so we partnered and joined networking company, tried the products. It worked on that, but it was very expensive, and there was no way we could do the business because they were just focusing on people who would make $1 million, and it was out of our league, right? And so what happened was I switched to supplements. It cost me a lot of money, but I thought my income would just cover it. But as Sharon Rose Master Christie said, your pension is really not enough. But when I started in Atomy, my focus was just making enough money to cover my supplements. But I never realized that I always would think ahead. Okay, I'm this now. What would I be in 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years, right? For the first year, my sponsors, even his son, kept convincing me to look into the Atomy business. She would always say, Olivia, start opening your right line. And I said, no way. I would never even open my right line because I know if I did that, something would happen. But anyway, eventually she was able to convince me because she says, just open your right line so you can receive some commission to make some money to cover your supplements. I said, oh, fine, okay. So she would always ask me, what's your goal? 200 a month or 500 a month? But anyway, fast track, it'd be very long. But why am I saying all changed. Because when I became a sales master, it was just an opportunity. I really didn't want to do it, but I was forced to look into it because my husband supported me. So I took it in, right? But still, my mindset was, you know what? I'll try, you know. So I even made the deal with Hisang. Remember Hisang? I said, okay, I'm a star master, but I'm still no computers. No computers. So I gave her all, because we were neighbors, I would give her all the registration and all the purchases. But then when I introduced Atomy to 10 of my closest friends, something really happened, right? And when I opened my right, and I got somebody who liked the products, something was happening. So I just took a ride along with what was happening. But in my mind, I was always saying, what's in Atomy? Because for me, I was just enjoying the product. But business, it wasn't there. Because I kept saying, I don't want sales. But anyway, my group were all seniors, right? So I thought, okay, we'll just enjoy all the products. But then I was always hearing from my sponsors, Olivia, they were always convincing me. I couldn't understand why. And the reason why was because points were coming up. I was creating points, but because I didn't understand the business, I didn't understand the compensation plan, I wasn't really paying attention on the money I'm making. Okay? When I became a diamond master, it was all because I wanted my partners to become sales master. And there was something that came up during the challenge, and I questioned, I had to make a decision, because at the time I still was reluctant to make decisions and to really become a leader. But when some kind of issue came up, and I said, I'm making a decision. If you trust me, let's do it. If not, that's fine. And they said, we trust you. And then I realized, oh my goodness, you know, it's possible when you work together as a team. And I was able to achieve Diamond Master. But still, I was not into the business. And then I was doing it part-time. I was doing part-time, and I didn't really have a clear vision. But I kept attending the seminars. But when I had to leave for Taiwan, when my son moved from Korea to Taiwan and I went there, I was away for 5 months. I actually became a Sharon Rose Master while I was in Taiwan. So that means I really had the support from my sponsors and from my partners. So that's when I started thinking, there's really something about Atomy, and there was no way I would ever stop. But how would I proceed, right? When I came back to Canada, I had to regroup, because some of my core, some of my clique, I would say, some of those masters that I was close to suddenly, you know, fell apart, my group. So I had to regroup. You know, I came back, I was away from October 2018 to March 2019. In April, I started going to Montreal once a month.